Monica, and today our practice, I'm going to be focusing on a gentle yoga practice for if you are going through hormonal changes, whether it's perimenopause, menopause, or post, even if you're a bit younger going through changes, because it affects most women. And I know that I have gone through the gamut of hormonal changes, and I'm at the post now, still dealing sometimes with some symptoms. So this practice will be focusing on cooling down, slowing down your system, how to just notice the sensations that, and how to not to relax your nervous system so that you don't create more fire in the body. And we'll do it through a few simple yoga practices. So you don't really need any props. I have a little pillow here if you want an extra like blanket or any like pillows or blocks that you want to put next to you. Then just pause the video and get yourself set up. So I just really making yourself comfortable. And before we begin, I wanted to quote the famous Maya Angelou, who, our wise one. And there's this quote that she says, "You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them." So we can feel what's happening within us or our changes that we're going through. We can work through them and just feel so much better. So on that note, let's just get ourselves comfortable. Whether your legs are crossed, if you want, you can stretch out one leg, any seated position that feels right for you, and placing either your hands down, because we're going to come into grounding practice, like we ground down to relax the nervous system. So if you want to rest your hands on your knees, if you need to place your hand on your heart center. Sometimes I always ask if you feel an area of your body that needs a little bit more love and attention, to just place your hands there and to just allow yourself to say that I know that I'm taking care of you. So making yourself comfortable. And let's just take a few deep cooling breaths. Even if you don't feel it at the moment, you will start to notice the difference. So let's breathe in through the nose and exhaling out of the mouth. Slowly inhale, lengthening up in the spine. And as you exhale, soften into the face, down into the shoulders, into your sit bones. Let's do a few more rounds, finding your own rhythm of breathing. One more. And slowly open your eyes, making yourself transition into butterfly pose. So if you need a little propping to sit on, like I mentioned, you can always take a bolster if that feels right, or a cushion, a little blanket, bringing your feet together. And we'll just be doing a few poses. This is a great practice to start your day with or finish your day whenever you need it. Even if mini pauses in between always help. So let's take our feet together, lengthening in the spine, taking a deep breath, breathing in and exhaling out, bowing forward. So for some of us, this might be more than enough. And maybe some of us might place our hands on the floor. That's also if you spread your fingers wide, feel the cooling sensation that you feel in your palms. As you begin to reconnect to your breath, opening up into the inner thighs and exhaling out, feeling the release in the lower back, your spine. And just gently soften. As you start to take your time to accept where you're at and allow yourself, your body to releasing the heat. And just be in it. Just be in it and know that it's temporary as it comes and goes. Continue to soften. There's nothing to force. There's no direction that you need to go to. You're just coming into a state of softening, slowing down and pausing. Taking a deep breath, inhale, walk your hands up, coming back. And let's just remove if you're sitting on something, bend your knees and let's loosen up the hips for a moment. So this is a short practice and you can stay in any of these poses as long as you want. Sometimes you might be called to rest in butterfly, and now we're going to come into a supported child's pose. And that, bringing your knees together, feet close, touching each other, set your sit bones. You might not be able to come all the way back. You can use a cushion or a bolster if you want, which will elevate, sort of a restorative position. And then as you get yourself comfortable, you might use like another pillow, or you might not use anything. So it's your call. Take a moment, breathe in, exhale, stacking your hands on top of each other, resting your forehead. Let's take a few deep, full breaths, breathing in, filling up in the ribs, in the belly, exhaling out, releasing into the lower back once again. Child pose is a very nurturing, soothing, comforting pose, as it helps to relax your nervous system, just noticing the ebb and flow of the belly breath as you release each exhale, settling in, grounding down, feeling that connection, being supported from the base. If any heat builds up, try your best to just slow down the breathing, as that will help you to relax your system a little bit more. Taking your time, inhale, slowly come back onto your hands and knees. And let's just come into tabletop for a moment. move our hips side to side. Maybe start to weave and loosen up the spine. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Maybe the neck has to be released. And coming back to neutral, you're going to slowly make your way all the way down onto your belly into Sphinx pose. So placing your shoulders, your elbows underneath your shoulders. You're going to be, arms are going to be shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers wide and wiggle out your hips a little bit, your pelvic floor. Feel that connection. Open the legs a little wider. Feel yourself ground down once again. Notice the right sweet spot of the lengthening of your neck so that you're not pinching in the back or you're not drawing into the chest. Just finding a nice length from the crown of your head all the way down your spine. Now let's connect the breath, breathing in, opening up into the heart center, squeezing back the shoulder blades, and exhaling out of the mouth. A few more deep inhalation, exhalation. As you begin to really open up, release some of that fire into that belly and the heart. And know that you are supporting yourself, that you've got this. Softening into the face, accepting what is, but also knowing that you are taking steps towards nurturing yourself, your well-being. Couple more breaths, doing great. And take your time, making your way back onto your hands and knees, and maybe a little counter pose to release in the lower back, coming into child pose once again, just for a few breaths. And you can just move your hips side to side, a little rocking. Remembering that this practice is really about slowing down, moving the body. As we go through hormonal changes, we might feel, or you might feel, like joint pain, muscle pain, tiredness. So this is a great way to move your body and stabilize your whole system. So the next pose that we're going to come into, as you turn around, we're going to come into a deer pose. So moving all the way to the right side, placing your shin parallel to your mat and bringing your leg just a little bit behind you. You're going to shift your weight. So some of us might feel like you're leaning a little bit more to the right, but that's okay. And really what this is doing is sort of, deer pose is kind of in the same family as pigeon pose. So it's a hip opener, and this allows you to release stiffness in the hips and the thighs, and also built up energy that we need for creativity to explore the evolution of what we're going through. So from here, you can stay like this and just breathe through this position. Or if you want to bring it a little deeper, you can take a pillow, you can come a little bit forward. This might be more than enough, and some of us might come a bit deeper. You always have an option. And if there's any pinching in the knees, please feel free to adjust your legs. And just noticing the outer stretch of the right side of the body, the right side of the buttocks, or any other part that's speaking to you. Just take a breath through that. This also helps to work on your digestion. Taking a deep breath, inhale, slowly rise up. Once again, you can stay in these positions as long as you like. Take your time, come back to your center. Let's windmill the knees side to side one more time. And switching over to the other side. So just noticing how one side feels from the other. I know that my right side is a lot more open. And from here, you could just stay like this. Breathe through that. This might be more than enough for you. For some of us, we might come down a little bit on our forearms, lengthening through the spine, breathing deeply into the belly, starting to massage those organs. And maybe you might want to lower down a little bit more if that feels right for you. What's nice is that you're feeling this sensation of massage through the belly breath. At this point, your system starts to regulate, to slow down. And release any nervous energy, discomfort that you may be feeling. Coming into that deep Ujjayi breath, which is a breath that you breathe in through the nose, exhaling out of the nose, back of the throat breath. This really slows down the breath, streams down, right down as low as possible through your body. Taking a deep breath, inhale, slowly rise up. And pivot your legs out in front of you. We're going to come into recline butterfly. So bringing your feet together, roll all the way down your spine. And resting, you can rest your hands on your belly, where I find there's quite a lot of comfort and soothing with the hands placed on the stomach, even on your solar plexus, and even some might go on the heart center. You can also put a pillow underneath your knee if you need to rest, because you might not have such open inner thighs, and that's okay, because now we're coming down, slowing down into restorative. Just imagine this breath of fresh air coming through your body, breathing all the way from the crown of the head down to the tip of your feet, releasing that excess heat. This is a very open, freeing pose. As your spine and back settles into the support of the mat, the floor. On your next inhalation, bring your knees together, breathe in. And if you have anything underneath, you can actually, if you want, coming into final Savasana, you can place a bolster underneath your knees. If that feels right for you, if you want something underneath the back of your head, we're just going to stay here for a couple of minutes. And once again, you can stay here as long as you like. Being aware of the continuing changes through your system, allowing them to gently flow through you as you soften your feet to the side and your fingertips. Feel that support, the back of the body, back of your legs, as the top of your body completely relaxes into the back. You might want to imagine or feel a sensation of a cool breeze wisping over you. Cool or warm, you decide on the temperature that feels right. Like a breath of fresh air. Through our changes, we go through a lot of emotions, and it's okay to allow to feel them. Just always try to breathe through gently. Taking your time, because again, you can stay here a little longer. Begin to deepen your breathing, wakening up the body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, wrists and ankles. And slowly draw your knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Rolling over to your right side, take a moment to cradle the body. There's no rush. We're always rushing, and this is your time to slow down for yourself. As you support yourself coming up to sitting, and as you began your practice, resting your hands on your knees, tapping into noticing how you're feeling, what sensations have shifted, and just honoring yourself for making the changes that you need when you need them, and always sending love and kindness and compassion to the shifts and changes of seasons within yourself. Thank you so much for joining me today I wish you many blessings. I am so grateful that you take the time to practice with me. And if you feel that there's someone that is in need of experiencing a little cool down, a little pause, they're going through these changes, please share it. And if there's anything that you want to ask me or you're curious about, just send me a comment and I'll get back to you. So I wish you a beautiful rest of the day or evening. Enjoy.